million, okay? Count them. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. $10 million this woman spent on this wedding. That's what I'm talking about. That is what is getting on my nerves. Okay, now we all weren't surprised that she was going to get divorced. I mean, we knew it was going to happen. But after 72 damn days and $10 million. I mean, come on now. Are you stupid? Do you know you with $10 million you could take and you could have fed one of those underprivileged countries like in Africa or Bosnia or whatever. You know what I'm talking about. I mean, that is a whole lot of money that could have gotten a country out of its debt. Probably could have helped gotten our country out of our debt and out of our economic crisis. Okay, well, our economic crisis is bad, and maybe $10 million won't help it. But still, $10 million is a lot of damn money for a party just to watch two people say I do. This is a bunch of bull crap. This is what I'm talking about people being wasteful. Now, if any of you all know seen any of my videos, you will know that I did a video about maybe a year or two ago. It was actually a mini series, actually, because it was three of them. It was a three-parter, a little mini series about no more marriages, because I was getting sick and tired of people running to the altar and then all of a sudden just running to the divorce lawyer, and it's getting to be monotonous and sickening and stupid. And one of the things that I hate about that is this stupid ass show called Bridezillas, because you got these bitches who take and get on this show and have this extravagant party, marrying some schlub, and you look at the woman and it's like, do you even deserve the guy that you're with? Especially since you're acting like a bitch to everybody, your family, your friends, even your own mama. Now, I mean, come on, hell now. That's the kind of crap that makes me angry. That's the kind of shit that really pisses my ass off, that really don't make no damn sense, because it's just too much money. And then you gotta ask yourself, when it comes to these women, especially with the Bridezilla type on this damn show, you gotta ask yourself with this type of woman, the thing that really pisses me off is that you look at them and you just have to wonder, how many other men did you have to do in order to get to this point? Okay, now I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but I'm just saying it is what it is. Because a lot of the girls who's been on this show has been around the block a couple more times. Let's face it, they've been around the block a whole lot more than a good humor man. Okay, now that was just low. But still, you could just tell, okay? And they all got this panic ass look on their face as if to say, I can't believe it. I'm finally getting married. All the men I had to screw and all the men I had to blow in order to get this point. I can't believe it. I'm finally getting married. I mean, all crazy and shit. You can see it in their faces that they can't believe that they finally getting married after being with Tom, Dick, Harry, and Sue. I mean, come on now. This is stupid. This is incredibly, incredibly stupid. She spent all that money, and for what? Just so that she could get divorced. Now, the thing that really gets me is that, Hollywood marriages don't even have to be like this. A good example, for some of you who don't know, a lot of you on YouTube are younger, but I'm going to school you in on one of my personal favorites, Marilyn Monroe. Okay, now when Marilyn Monroe got married, she married, for the second time, she married Joe DiMaggio. And she had a simple little service at the Justice of the Peace, a real basic no-frills wedding, okay? It was just a Justice of the Peace. She wore a black suit. Why she wore black, I don't know. That was whatever she decided to wear on that particular day. I mean, I know she couldn't wear white because, I'm sure she probably thought, something, I'm Marilyn Monroe. Everyone knows that I'm a sex symbol. Everyone knows that I have, had a few, which is a nice way of putting it. And I'm sure she was probably thinking, something, it's one thing to hear the other people laugh behind me as I'm walking down the aisle wearing white, but even I can't hold a straight face on this one. So that's probably why she made her choice. I wouldn't have chose black, but still, it was a cute little suit with a white little Peter Pan collar, and she had a little teeny tiny veil, and she and Joe, the Yankee Clipper, I think that was his nickname when he was, baseballing. They said their I do's, and that was just it. Bida bang, bida boom, done. None of this big elaborate party, none of this all this money, no themes. That's another thing I don't understand. Why does a wedding need to have a theme? The theme is you and this dude is getting married. Bang. Why do you need a theme? Why do you need a Alice in Wonderland theme? Why do you need a Disney theme? Or like this one girl in My Fair Wedding, she had to have a swamp theme. You're kidding me, right? Swamp. But I gotta admit it, the dude, David Tutola, the guy who did the show, he hooked her up. She had the little frogs and the little pads and everything, and it was cute. It was cute for her, and that was the only reason why I ever watched My Fair Wedding, because I wanted to see how this guy was going to hook up the girls with their different themes. Okay, so that's why I looked at it, but I still don't understand why all this has to be done. Why the big fancy party? Why all the money? Why the expense? Why the extravaganza? Just so you can marry some dude that you've known for a short period of time, and then you don't even have the marriage last a long period of time? I mean, 72 days, that's not even enough time for her to take and send out her thank you notes. Thank you for the 10 grand in the wedding envelope. Thank you for the toaster. Thank you for the microwave. Did she even do that? I mean, come on now. When does the madness end? Why do people have to be this damn greedy and stupid? It doesn't make any sense. I mean, shoot, when I get married, I like to have a nice fancy little wedding, but I'm not going to break a damn bank for it. I'm not going to bankrupt a tiny country for it. And then for what? Just so that me and a guy could get married, get divorced a short period of time later? No, that's selfish. That's just so selfish, and it's wasteful. And for what? So, people is all up in arms about her getting divorced after 72 days. You know what? I frankly didn't care. I didn't give a shit. But the thing that really got me was the expense. It was that $10 million, that 10 million block of cheddar that just pissed my ass off. Because that could have really helped some people. Sure enough, could have helped my ass. I could at least, with $10 million, I could have bought my family a nice house. I could buy them the cars that they wanted, my mom and my sister. I could have gotten a little small apartment for myself, a nice little car for myself. I could have given that money to friends who really seriously need it. I know about 2 or 3 people who could use some money right now because they are in a dire situation, a very dire situation. I could have given that money to charity, something I always would love to do. I always wanted to give a big, huge chunk of money to a charity that I really hold dear to my heart, like Alzheimer's, because my grandmother died of Alzheimer's, or AIDS, because AIDS has really affected this world, or my personal favorite, sickle cell disease, because if any of you do watch my videos, you know that I am a sufferer of sickle cell disease. So that $10 million could have really went and helped a lot of different people. That's what I'm upset about. It's just the greed and the extravagance. I mean, it's like, what are we living in, ancient Rome or something? What's next? Vomitoriums? I mean, come on. You don't have to do this in order to have a wedding to show the person that you love them and you want to spend the rest of your life with them. Not just have this big fancy parties. You can be treated like the princess that you think you are in your mind, and then walk down the aisle, say I do, and 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks later, oh, let's get a divorce. You don't chuck in the towel after spending $10 million on a wedding. You get your ass beat for that shit. You don't do that. I'm not saying that I want any violent thing to happen to anybody. Let me get that clear right here, right now, okay? But I'm just saying that is wasteful. It's wasteful and it's wrong. And you just don't do that. But I mean, hey, what the hell do I know? Shit, $10 million. I could help so many damn people with that. Know one thing, I could have damn for sure helped myself. That's for sure.